Basketball just always has been around me, but I didn't really start like really paying attention until the Hawks made their Eastern Conference final run. I'm not gonna lie.
What year was this?
So this was like 2021 when I really started paying attention. I was more of a football guy before that.
What do you like about the game of basketball?
I like how much movement there is. I like the defense aspect about it when it's played right. I just like how everyone can be an offensive or a defensive piece, and it's really in order to win, it's about like playing team like ball. So that's what I like about it.
Are there any aspects of the game that correlate to your daily life?
Yeah, I like to move around a lot, like just the teamwork and communication aspect. Like I feel like I play basketball with people I know better in real life because we just have that connection. So I feel like it does like it teaches you a lot about the real world, I guess.
Are there any players that you model your game and your life after?
Yeah, I'd say right now I want to shoot mid ranges like Shea. I want to be like a really good passer. Let's see. I want to be a really. I don't know who I really model my game after with passing. I watch a lot of Trey Young, so maybe that. And yeah, just mainly just those point guards who are pass first and like those mid range guys.
At what age were you an active hooper?
I've been active since I was like 18 or 19.
At what age did you start realizing you couldn't hoop as much?
I couldn't, but I haven't reached that age yet. I'm still getting better. So
So it's like it's still part of your I would say your weekly life, the game of basketball.
yeah.
At what age do you feel like you won't be hooping as much?
47.
You said 47?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Are there any aspects of your game that you feel like you could improve?
Yeah, I could definitely get better at 3 point shooting and finishing around the rim.
What about handles?
I feel like I have decent handles. I feel like I could tighten them up and work on like dribbling between my legs better. But
Are there any people you feel like are there any people that you feel like could have made it at the professional level?
and who like were just busts. I want to see Matt McClung actually like play basketball. I want to see Isaiah Thomas come back. I guess like just people who didn't make it to the league and I thought that could play.
Like
I don't really keep up with people in college.
or like people that you know in your personal life that could have made it to the league?
I have an uncle who's like 5'11" and can dunk, and he was like really good. He's still really good. And I don't know about league because he tore his ACL, but if he didn't do that, then maybe if he wanted to.
What's an
Yeah, he's like, how old is he? He's about like 50 now, and he still plays. He'd be coming out here.
what's an underrated aspect of your game?
Of my game, definitely my passing. My passing is definitely an underrated aspect.
Since it's an underrated aspect of your game, who do you feel like you pass like that was a former NBA player or current NBA player right now?
I feel like I just make smart passes. So I guess kind of like Tyrese Halliburton, because his aren't as like always flashy. Like he be having some flashy ones. You want me to hold it? He be having some flashy passes, but like he just be making smart passes where the open guy is. Also Jokic, that's who I really model my passes after, even though I'm like not a 7 foot center.
What about Steve Nash? You feel like you pass like Steve Nash?
I feel like he scammed a couple people out of MVP, so I don't really know.
What's an overrated aspect of your game?
Overrated? I don't feel like people really overrate me too much. I feel like if anything, I'm underrated.
Like, okay, so like with me, for example, like an overrated aspect of my game would be the fact that I can get rebounds easily, and that's due to like my reach. I have, you know, uh, a wide wingspan. So when people think I'm just able to just get rebounds like that, it's just like, yo, I'm just, like
Right, right.
genetically, it's just.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got
So
you.
what's something that just comes to you naturally, but you can't even help it just because you were just born with that gift?
I guess since I'm like smaller, I'm kind of fast, but sometimes I be too fast and I can't control when I drive, so I lose control of the ball. So I guess that would be one.
Thank you for your time for these basketball questions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know him?
Huh?
You know the dude balling right there where you were at? Oh, could you win one on one?
You don't
What is your favorite movie?
I guess I'd say Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
Why is it your favorite movie?
I just love like fantasy movies, and I felt like they built the world really good. Like I feel like I'm like transported into the world.
Name some factors that have to be present for a movie to be one of your favorites or your favorite.
It has to be unique. Like it can't be something derivative of something else, and it has to be done with care and detail that makes you feel like you're actually like feel some sort of connection to the movie. If you don't care about the movie, you're not gonna like it. So they gotta make you care about it.
For movies that you liked, how did they typically end?
I like happy endings. I don't like sad endings because then I'll be thinking about it all the time, and then I'll be like, why couldn't they just do this? So I like happy endings.
When you watch movies, do you pay attention to the soundtracks?
Yes, I do because I like music. I love music, and so I always pay attention to the soundtracks. If it's good, then like I might add the soundtrack.
Does your favorite movie, you said Lord of the Rings, is it notorious for soundtracks?
Bro, it has like I feel like it has one of the most iconic soundtracks because it has such iconic music and is not only iconic but it's well produced and it's just good music in general. So you can listen to it without even knowing it's part of the movie.
During the pandemic, you know how everyone's staying inside, having a social distance and quarantining. Before the pandemic, I wasn't known for watching movies, but then the pandemic forced me to watch movies due to, having to stay inside a lot. So then I started catching up with movies, and that's when I started watching Twilight for the first time.
Oh, for real.
And that's when I realized, like, oh man, like, I wasn't even fixated on the whole vampires versus werewolves. I was fixated on the soundtrack. That's what got me involved in a movie. So I guess long story short, would you say people are gravitated to movies more due to the soundtracks than the 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 action or the narrative of what the movie's about?
I'd say whatever you're trying to do with the movie, the soundtrack is super important because that's like part of the subconscious to get people into the mood to understand like what you're trying to do with the movie. So having a great soundtrack really helps. I don't really think you can have a great movie without a great soundtrack, but I guess you can't have a great soundtrack without a great movie. It's just a soundtrack then, so I guess you need both.
Do you feel like you're more if you had to be a part of a movie, do you feel like you're the type to be the director or producer or the guy that's in front of a camera?
I feel like being an actor would be fun because then I could just like get paid to lie.
Who's your favorite actor?
Ooh.
Or better yet, name your top three actors or actresses.
Okay. I'm gonna have to shout out Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P. Let's see who else. Who else do I like a lot? I like Zendaya a lot. She's a great actress. And then there's other people who are like really. You know who is an underrated actor? John Cena. So I'll put those three because they're the first three that I thought about.
Not trying to, not trying to roast or anything, but dang man, you didn't put Denzel Washington in there.
See, I felt like that was just such an easy answer that I wasn't gonna say him because I felt like I wanted to put variety in my answers, to hit a bunch of spots. And to be fair, I haven't like consumed that much of him to make like a great decision. You know what I'm saying?
I know you said Lord of the Rings is your favorite movie, but give me two more to make it three altogether.
All right, bet. Second, I'd say Spirited Away. It's like a Studio Ghibli movie. It's like an animation. And then my third favorite. What would I say my third favorite would be? I'd be watching like I like Black Panther. So yeah, that's what I'll put. I like I'm a big fan of Marvel and like I really like action movies, but I like comedies as well. Rush Hour and White Chicks. I'm gonna give you five. There, those.
If I had to, if I had to tell you my top three, it would be. You probably don't know of this. It's like a very underrated movie that Denzel Washington was in, but one would be Safe House.
Safe House. I've heard of that.
Yeah,
I've heard of it.
one Safe House. Two would be the Spider-Man series.
Which one?
Literally one, two, and three.
Oh, okay. So the ones
Actually,
with Tom Holland, or no, not Tom Holland. Tobey Maguire.
yeah, the ones with Tobey Maguire. But if I had to rank them, Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, I would say Spider-Man 3. I would say Spider-Man 1 and then Spider-Man 2.
Three was the one with Venom, right?
I'm sorry?
Three was the one with Venom, right?
Yes, sir. That was the one with Venom. Is what is one of your favorite quotes from cinematic history?
Ooh, oh, it's something that Bane said to Batman. Honestly, I can't think of a quote on the spot.
This one is from Spider-Man 1. It's when the Green Goblin told Spider-Man, it was like their last fight scene. He told him, I offered you friendship and you spat in my face. And then he just like punched him. And it was just, yeah, it just stands out. Even though it has no like significant meaning, it was just
That's
pretty
real
dope.
right there.
Yeah. Two would be, what was the second Batman film? What was the name of it?
Was it the one with Bane?
No, I think the one with Bane is the third one. Yes, sir. I don't know what it's called, but I know it's the. Okay, okay, the one with the Joker, right? Yeah, you remember Harvey Dent, the lawyer? Okay, so basically the quote that went somewhere along the lines of you either die a hero or you live long enough to see.
I thought Jay Z said that.
Oh no, it was from the.
Shoot.
Yeah, you
I like
live. Yeah, I'm trying to remember it. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself
See
become the
yourself
villain.
as a villain. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that was from there.
yeah. But yeah, man. Any other takes you feel like you want the audience to get from just movies in general?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really recommend the movie The Life of Pi. It's about this like dude who gets trapped on a boat with a tiger, and he's like super smart, so he has to figure out a way to survive with the tiger. And then, like, the movie progresses. But it's a really great movie, so I recommend that to anyone who wants to watch it.
Let's say someone's an introvert and they're just having a bad day and they don't have much friends, but movies is their way to go. And um, again, let's say this introverted person is having a sad day. What movie would you recommend to, I guess, feel their heart, make them feel better?
I would recommend Studio Ghibli films like Spirited Away, Ponyo, Howl's Moving Castle, because those are all like feel good movies, and like they have like trouble, but they make you feel good, and they're always about friendship and stuff. So I feel like that would be good if you're like lonely and stuff.
What about films for gaining confidence?
For gaining confidence, you gotta watch like shonen anime for that, like Naruto.
I think that's everything for this topic. Thank you once again. To you, what is the difference between calling someone brother or bro? Actually, hold on. Let me better rephrase that. To you personally, what is the difference between calling someone brother and bro?
I feel like I call anyone bro, like anyone, like I call literally anyone bro, like man, woman. Like, but when I say brother, then I'm either talking about like in certain contexts, specifically another black person, or just like a dude that like I feel is like close to me like a brother. So I feel like brother is like it means more.
What is a catchphrase you're known for?
A catchphrase. I don't know. People make fun of me about the things I say all the time, but I can't. I guess I can't say one off the top of my head.
What about catchphrases that you say in your house that your parents or your siblings affiliate you for saying?
So me and my brother have like this sibling language, and if like you ever watch like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, there's like this hairy monkey, or it was an ape that her name was Barb, and then we just kind of ran with that, so we called each other Barbs and stuff.
And how did you come up with that? How'd you come up with that catchphrase again?
We just took it from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 because we thought that monkey was funny.
How do you know that a catchphrase has been overused and that it's time to drop it?
When white 12-year-olds start spamming it, but, I mean, or just like when too many people start using it.
Gotcha. Thank you for your time for this interview.
Thank you.
List all your nicknames and how you got them.
I guess my first nickname would be Clay, because my name is Clayton. And then, because we're in Atlanta, and then there's Clayton County, people say Clayco, so I guess that would be my main one.
Do you have any other nicknames?
Nah, those are the only two, I guess.
Out of those two nicknames, which one is your favorite?
I'd say Clayco, because it's like represents Atlanta.
What are the pros of having a nickname?
Um, I guess my name sounds kind of formal, so like having a nickname just like takes the edge off.
What are the cons of having a nickname?
Some people just be spamming the nickname, like they just be saying it whenever. So I guess that's a con, but it's not that bad.
Do you feel a certain type of way when people you don't know say your nickname or the nicknames that you have?
No, I don't care because like that just means that they're most likely just trying to get to know me better. So I just take it as like a compliment, I guess.
Can a nickname come in handy if your nickname if Can a nickname come in handy if your name is hard to pronounce?
Yeah, like mine is like people say Clayton or they say Clayton. Like people like flip flop. So saying Clay or Clayco is easier. So I guess that's cool.
Thank you for your time for this interview.
Appreciate you. Have a good one.